They were funny. They are nice.
Talia's son Jordan says his favorite memories with the boys are when they'd play football together. He remembers the moment he heard what happened to them Wednesday.
I cried. I was sad.
Happy Easter!
Wait.
I think Peanut is Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, this is not.
Ooh, this is yours, Jaden. What do you think?
I like it.
What about you, P? Look.
I like it.
Okay.
Wait, I want to.
That's for me?
Yeah.
What else for me? This is for me too? Ooh.
Open it.
Okay.
As a memorial grows out front this empty Shepherdsville home, the community's grief grows with it over the shooting death of 2 young boys.
I love that.
Here's another pinata one.
And in Shively in Louisville,
This is my favorite.
a family scrolls through memories, sharing their faces and names with us. 9-year-old Jaden on the left, his 6-year-old brother Maurice on the right. Crutcher says the 2 families met several years ago.
She had kids and I had kids, and we instantly, our kids instantly fell in love with each other. They just played so good together.
Have you ever looked at a family's life on social media and thought, they have a real nice family? The mother's so devoted, the kids are always well put together, they go a lot of places, and they just seem to have a lot of special experiences. Well, 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas was that mother on social media. She would call her 2 boys, 9-year-old Jaden and 6-year-old Maurice, who was also affectionately known as Peanut, her young kings. She was a single mother, and her social media, by all accounts, it looks like she was devoted to being the best mother that she could be. Tiffany would say that every day is Mother's Day in my world. I can only thank God for blessing me with the utmost respectful, compassionate, strong, silly, emotional, overprotective, obsessive, loving young kings that call me mommy, mom, and mama. I don't think I would know how to smile, love, or survive if it wasn't for them. Even on our bad days, they shower me with an abundance of love. Always together, never apart. 3 souls, 1 heart. So how could a mother who wrote this and seemed to shower her kids with love end up being the person that is alleged to have taken their lives? Just a few days before this tragic incident, Tiffany had shared several joyful Halloween celebration videos and pictures with her sons on Facebook. And on November 8th, she posted a cryptic note expressing remorse for the mistakes she had made in her life. However, friends and acquaintances responded with heartfelt comments showing their love and support for Tiffany and her children. It remains unclear if Tiffany had planned in advance to take her sons' lives or if she had any suicidal thoughts. In this video, I want to go over what this mother could have been thinking and what the family already feared and what people are saying was going on. It looks like she might have been dealing with maternal filicide. What is that? Well, in definition, it is when a child is unalived by their mother for different reasons. According to a doctor named Philip Resnick, who is also a professor of psychiatry and an active teacher and supervisor in the Forensic Psychiatry Fellowship at Cass School of Medicine, there are 5 main reasons a mother could do something so unnatural. I will tell you about this in a minute. Furthermore, to some of his credit, the doctor behind all of this info served as a consultant in many high-profile cases, such as Jeffrey Dahmer, Susan Smith, Andrea Yates, and Casey Anthony, and that's just to name a few. In reading Dr. Resnick's review of the world's psychiatric literature on maternal filicide, it found that filicidal mothers have frequent depression, psychosis, prior mental health treatment, and suicidal thoughts. Maternal filicide predators have 5 major motives, according to Dr. Resnick. First one would be altruistic filicide, where a mother unalives her child out of love. She believes unaliving to be in the child's best interest. For example, a suicidal mother may not wish to leave her motherless child to face an intolerable world, or a psychotic mother may believe that she is saving her child from a fate worse than passing. The second thing is an acutely psychotic filicide, and that's a psychotic or delirious mother unaliving her child without any comprehensive motive. For example, a mother may hear hallucinations to unalive. Thirdly is when fatal maltreatment filicide occurs. This child's passing away is usually not the anticipated outcome. It results from cumulative child mistreatment, neglect, or Munchausen syndrome by proxy, which is a mental health illness and a form of child abuse. The fourth cause could be unwanted child filicide, where the mother thinks her child is a hindrance. And the fifth most rare is spousal revenge, which I don't think is the case in this situation because she wasn't with anyone, but a filicide which occurs when a mother unalives her child specifically to emotionally harm the child's father. Sadly, whichever may have been Tiffany's reason does not take away from the fact that two little boys had to pay the price, and it's not okay that their lives were cut short. According to a few close sources, though, it was said, and this is all alleged, Tiffany had a drug problem. Allegedly, and her alleged drug of choice were that rock, that ice, and prescription X, plus allegedly battling mental health issues. It was further said that she allegedly tried to hide it all by making her life and herself look good. After the tragic event, people were wondering where the father was. Well, Tiffany's two boys are said to have two different fathers. 9-year-old Jaden's father is Darrell Howard Sr. He was tragically shot and unalived on July 6, 2019, at the age of 38, and sadly, his case is still unsolved. 6-year-old Maurice's father is Maurice Baker Sr. He is said to be alive, but the relationship with his son is alleged to not really be there. Jaden's older brother, Darrell Howard, who loved both the boys the same, stated on the news that he and other family members had reported Tiffany to CPS multiple times with concerns about her alleged substance abuse and mental health issues, but nothing came of it. Now, some think maybe it's because the boys lived a nice home, seemed by all appearances to be clean, well-fed, and very much put together, that other signs had to be missing. Signs that take more than a 30-minute visit from CPS to pick up on. Maybe questions that needed to be asked were not asked to Tiffany. Now, according to a report, as a part of a survey of psychiatrists at 2 American academic institutions, it found that many psychiatrists do not generally ask their patients who are mothers about thoughts of harming their children, but rather they inquire generally about homicidal thoughts. The survey psychiatrists would frequently underestimate the prevalence of depressed mothers who have or had thoughts of harming their children. This is why mental health awareness is important, guys, for everyone to understand so they can know the signs and not brush it off. You never know whose life it might save. On Wednesday, November 8th, is the morning a neighbor noticed something wrong at Tiffany's house. She would run inside and find Jalen and Maurice bloody in the bed with a gun next to them. Tiffany was outside and had collapsed on the lawn. The authorities were called, and at around 11 a.m., deputies responded to the home. When police arrived, they found both boys with gunshot wounds. Both boys appeared critically injured, not able to speak, according to police. Both Jaden and Maurice were rushed to a local children's hospital. When they arrived at the hospital, they were rushed into emergency surgery, where they sadly both succumbed to their injuries. At this point, police had taken Tiffany into custody at the scene, and she would later be charged with 2 counts of unaliving. Now, the next day, Tiffany would face a judge to be arraigned. When she walked into the room, she looked out of it, and her hands were folded across her chest, and it looked like she just was blank. She said nothing really and showed no emotion, but pled not guilty. The judge set her bond at $2 million. However, the family of the boys do not feel the bond was high enough though. Tiffany's next court date is set for November 14th. One of Tiffany's best friends spoke with the news and also did a social media post and said, "I just can't believe this ish. I'm sick to my stomach. Celine, Tiffany Ann, what the hell, bruh? Why would you do this? We was literally all together last Sunday and everything was 100. You was your normal self. The kids was happy. We was happy. God, I can only imagine the hell you have been putting your babies through all these years, and they still loved you. To know that you unalived them, even though they loved you so much. Dog, my kids are so heartbroken. You made my son cry, Tiffany, and he don't cry. They was babies. How could you unalive them and not even call the police to help save them? And you waited until a neighbor came into your house. You could have saved them. Why would you not just unalive yourself? Ugh, I can't believe you unalived my babies, both of them. I am so sick and hurt. I look at my kids and could never unalive them. She had to be hearing voices or some type of mental illness because this is not the Tiffany I know. She would have never hurt her babies. Never. I can't believe this is real. I can't stop thinking about how scared they were and how much pain they were in before they passed. I swear everything that glitters is not gold. They may look like they had a good life, but clearly there was demons all throughout her. R.I.P. Peanut and Jaden. Me and the kids love y'all. So you see right there, even her own best friend missed it and was not aware. And maybe her best friend wasn't aware that she allegedly was on some types of drugs. Some people are good at masking things around certain people. It is mind-boggling that some family members saw what could be lurking and called CPS. Not saying to the extent that it went to, but there are definitely some deeper layers to this casualty. I don't know what happened for the boy's family to feel the way they felt, but something was rearing its ugly head. Just know there's help out there. Don't struggle alone if you feel like you're overwhelmed with being a single parent. I truly wish the situation had a better outcome and Jaden and Maurice were able to grow old and thrive and become something great in life. Sadly, that was all stolen from them, from the person they trusted the most. Now they're forever 9 and 6. They did a candlelight vigil on Sunday, November 12th, and it was a large turnout. Family and friends, strangers alike, all came out. The kids attended Freedom Elementary, and their school bus driver came in the bus that they rode every day to school. They had balloons and candles and big posters with their pictures on there. May they never be forgotten, and may justice be served for them in this tough, difficult time for this community. Please share with me your thoughts. And do you believe that she truly was a good mother and just snapped? Or was she always hiding a deep secret and wanted to get rid of her kids? Let me know. My condolences goes out to all that are hurting in this horrible situation and prayers for healing. So I ask you to do the same. Please pray for that family in this difficult time. And don't forget to hit the like button to share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.